do well in your GCSEs, because when you apply to medical school you don't have your A-level grades yet, so that's what medical schools will base you off, and they do rank you in terms of your GCSE performance.
Definitely make sure you go and get work experience, because you need to know if you truly enjoy medicine or if you think that you enjoy the idea of medicine.
It would be know yourself. Know your strengths, know your weaknesses, know where you'll be happiest, and know why you're doing this. Because if you really know your reasons for applying and you know that you love every single thing about it, then every single person involved in your application is going to see that.
I'd say start early. Look at what the requirements are for your course, so make sure you've done UK CAT, GAMSAT, BMAT, all those tests. Then start working towards your work experience. I really scrutinise the criteria of each medical school, because some will accept students who've done A-level biology and some won't. Some will accept 2-2, some will accept, for the graduate entry that is, some will accept art, some will accept science. And get your work experience early, so start making those connections as soon as possible.
Tailor your application, at least for a couple of them, to some that you're much more likely to get into, because when you look through the perspectives you can see what each med school wants, so tailored to that gives you a much higher chance of getting it.
To do something different. So lots of people will shadow a consultant or work in a nursing home. My biggest piece of advice is to do something different, to look at all the different types of patients you'll come into contact with. And I know it can be difficult to organise, but to try and organise it with a sort of subset of patients that not everyone will be helping. So like I did an autistic primary school, so that would, rather than sort of generic that everyone does, try and make yourself stand out.
Just keep trying and be persistent. I know people who didn't necessarily get through the first time, but it's a massive testament to a future doctor if they try again, and maybe again after that. It's to be persistent, to know why you want to apply, having that as your core reason to keep going. If you have that as your foundation, you know, eventually you'll probably get in, because you're applying for the right reason.
Just keep going. The time that I was applying to medical school was probably one of the toughest times. It was really like the stress, making sure I was keeping up my work, my A-levels. I got a fair few rejections, and it doesn't mean that that's the end of it, the end of the road, because you could get picked up last minute. It doesn't mean, just because you get all rejections doesn't mean that it's the end of the road for you. And like, it's all worth it in the end. Like, all the stress, all the fear of not getting in, all the hours of sleep you lose like worrying about things or like working harder. It's all worth it in the end. Like, I'm here in my third year now, and I'm so glad that I've gone through it all. There are times where I could have easily given up, and I'm really, really glad I didn't.